Alright guys, what's up? The Iceman here on the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel, Iceman V2013 channel. It's very late. It's like after 1 in the morning here Eastern time, and desperate times call for desperate measures. Been doing a lot of reading and research um, after I got to work today. Uh, Rumors have it that Lesnar was sweating profusely at Night of Champions. His face was turning almost purplish at times, and I'll be honest with you, I sort of did see that, but I just thought it was just because he was exerting himself. Uh, Rumors have it that Lesnar has a heart condition. Now, I thought when Lesnar came back, Paul Heyman said he was 100%. Um, Now, it's noted the WWE denies all these reports. Now, I don't know whether they're true or not. WWE is denying them, but it has been stated as well that Lesnar is not going to be at Hell in the Cell, um, which makes me wonder about a lot of things because you're a champion, you're expected to be, at every pay per view if possible. Um, and the bottom line is, normally, if you don't defend your belt within 30 days, you get stripped of it. Now, in this case, it probably won't happen. We've seen it not happen um, in recent years, as recent as Dolph Ziggler. But I think there's just a lot of things going on that WWE is keeping quiet. Vince McMahon had this script rewritten for Raw, um, and it started like about 6:40 p.m. and he's been worried about the third hour not getting the ratings. Well, I'm sorry to say, Vince, Randy Orton and John Cena as your main event will not give you a big draw just for the simple fact fans have seen it so many times before. Not to say that it wouldn't be a good match, but fans are tired of seeing it. We've seen it since 2009. We saw a lot of it in 2009, and we saw a lot of it at the end of last year, right into the Royal Rumble. So, yeah, so, you know, the bottom line is the two top stars in the WWE, Randy Orton and John Cena, cannot, and I repeat this and I mean this in a very good way, they cannot, you know, bring the crowd off their feet in a match. Um, they've been around too long. People have seen them, for 12 years. It is time for that change. And until the WWE decides to bring up bigger guys, not even bigger guys, just guys from NXT. I mean, Ziggler and The Miz were main eventers at one time. Sheamus, main eventers at one time. They're not even involved in a main event. Now they're talking about making Kane go back to the Big Red Machine and battle Rusev. What is this situation with Kane? 1 minute he's Kane, then he's corporate Kane with a suit. Then he goes back to the Demon Kane. Then he goes back to corporate Kane. And now they want to make him Kane, the Big Red Machine, to battle Rusev. Put Rusev in a match with the likes of Ziggler, with the likes of Sheamus, and then you move on from there. If Rusev wins, you push him to the main event. That's all there is need to be said about it. Everybody's saying you can't push these guys too fast. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to start pushing these guys because your product is stale. It's not going nowhere. Your ratings are floundering. And I'm not criticizing the WWE. I'm just stating what they really need to do. You can't rely on the John Cenas, the Randy Ortons of the world. You can't do that. You know, I know things will change when Daniel Bryan comes back from his surgery and whatnot, but will it change that much? Daniel Bryan will get a big pop, But then after a while, after Daniel Bryan's being used so much, the fans are gonna get tired of Daniel, just like they have of John Cena and Randy Orton. That's why the WWE needs to bring up these NXT guys, bring them in. Kevin Steen is a seasoned veteran in Ring of Honor. I know you want to teach him the WWE ways. Bring him up. You want to see ratings? Bring up Kevin Steen. Put him in that third hour. You want ratings to go up? They'll go up. That's all you need to do. I mean, I feel bad for the WWE right now. I, I honestly know there's a lot of conflict backstage with the booking and Triple H and Stephanie and Vince because they don't agree on everything. And I understand Triple H's point of view. This is a new era, Vince. You're living in the old era, and the old things don't work anymore. I do understand that. But then I also have to look at Vince's side because Triple H has his allies, his friends. Those are the guys that he wants to push. And the guys that have been there, that have really done things for the company. If you're not friends with Triple H, you know, you're not gonna be doing anything. That's the bottom line. So yeah, I really don't know what to tell you. Um, I'll continue to watch wrestling because I'm a big fan of wrestling. But in my opinion, I'm just stating what I think they need to do to capture the audience once again. They're talking about bringing Steve Austin onto Raw, but this is my point. You're going back into the past. You're reaching for somebody back in the past, like you have with The Rock. You know, um, you can't keep doing it because after a while, it's not gonna work. You need to use these young stars. You never had a problem with doing them in the past. Why now? I don't understand. I really don't. I just think the mentality and the structure of the WWE has changed so much. People want the Attitude Era back. It's not coming back. That was an era, and that was probably the best era ever in the WWF, WWE. It was awesome. It really was. And you got to understand this as well. The Attitude Era was created because of the competition by the number one company in professional wrestling, WCW. You can't discount that. That is what made the WWF. They had to compete. They had to make their product better. And now they have no competition. You can't say TNA is a real big competition, especially with what's going on with them now, and really in the last couple of years. Um, so WWE doesn't have that competition. They don't have to strive to be better. They can stagnate. But yet again, when the numbers don't go up and they drop, they get upset. It's it's in your own ballpark, Vince. You know what I'm saying? It's all there. You got the tools, you got the stars, utilize them, and hit a home run. This is the Iceman late night here now, a Thursday morning. Peace out, everybody.